Hi Taurus, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I really appreciate you subscribing. It means such a lot to me, it really does. Please make comments. I'd love to personally say hi to you all. Taurians, we're going to do slight past, present and near future. So what do Taurians need to know for the 10th of July? 10th of July, Taurus. Taurus. Jumping all over the place. Right, okay. So, and then we're going to use an animal oracle card just to further learn what we need to know today, Taurians. So, over influence card for today is the Queen of Summer. Queen of Summer. This will allow you to dream big, dreaming and desiring on a higher level than you've ever dreamt before. It's very important to keep your wishes and dreams and really value them and evaluate them. Sometimes looking into a pool in a mirror, saying affirmations is also a good way of bringing about what we need in our life and what we want, making those wishes and dreams come true. But being sensitive to ourselves as well as others is important. So what other aspects today, Taurians, do we need to know? Wow, a lot going on, maybe. With the 8 of Spring, it's time to get very busy working within the community. Your community can be yourself or your family, your extended family, teammates at work and other activities surrounding the community. But it's working as an individual for the highest good, whether that's your own highest good, but also just learning that to nurture one aspect of your life. And I think that's going back to here about your dream and your desire. Because bees work for the greater good. Your greater good at the moment is your dreams and your desires and your vision for your future. This is what one needs to be working on, because you can see here that the Queen of Winter is setting about reflecting on what it is that her life is about. So little leopards, they run quite fast, not as fast as the cheetah, but nevertheless speed and the quickness of the thoughts can be so fast that we miss them. So being analytical in our way of dealing with our emotions to find our not our soulmate, our actual soul journey. It could be your soulmate, but the soul journey is so important. And when we're too quick thinking and paying attention to our thoughts all the time, we can miss the higher aspect of ourselves. Now, you have to agree, she's taken herself away from society. This is an analogy of you taking yourself away from your mind to tap into that higher aspect. The higher good, the nurturing that you can give to yourself now is by asking a higher source, what are your needs and wants? You are able to spring into action when you really want to today, to set about moving away from painful issues, not necessarily going with the herd, but setting about springing into action by yourself. So avoiding the leopard and doing the zigzag darting here and there. So the Ace of Spring, the Ace of Winter and the Moon is in the present situation. So with the Ace of Spring here, it's about newness coming to light. There is also a rarity, I believe, today with yourselves. The rarity to realise that you are your own power with your thought process. So what new beginnings are actually materializing as a thought? What thoughts are you bringing down to yourself to be able to hear? So tapping into your intuition will allow you to spring forward into the newness. With the Ace of Winter, you can see these new thoughts formulating, and you can adapt to this quite well. So teamed with the new way of thinking, with the heart's desire, is going to be extremely powerful when you release the negative emotions from the past. For yourselves, I really feel that this is a long time coming. This is from way, way back, maybe even your childhood. Some childhood issues or past history. It could even be a karmic thing that you've brought into this lifetime, if you believe in that stuff. There is something that's quite soulful that needs to be released today or in the near future, if you catch up with that aspect for some of you. So moving on, we have King of Summer, Princess of Summer, and Four of Autumn. So the King of Summer says hello to his queen. So with the penguin, the Emperor penguin, we have that ability to really stand by our purpose. So when we've released the past of our purpose of our life and put it to bed, so to speak, we can follow and be paternal and forthright in our way of seeing our life. Because these penguins, they work so hard through many things that are thrown at them. It's tough. It's tough being this Emperor penguin, looking after the eggs, looking after the children. So tough that they work as a team. So the team spirit is definitely going to be there, with the bee, working with the bee and working the protection. So protecting your heart and protecting from psychic attacks as well, could be here, but also having that desire to help yourself when you're also helping others. Now the Princess of Summer can be a child, but sometimes it's about social events. So the social activity, when you've decided to come down from your throne, so to speak, with this analytical thinking that's been going on in a quiet moment, there's this opportunity to really see new life forming, bringing your emotions now to the surface in a more healthy way from what you've released down here. So that's really good. Now the Four of Autumn, you will have an aspect here of realizing that you need to share your feelings with either your partner or someone you really trust. This is going to be a trust issue for you guys. So sharing secrets and sharing yourself is important, but only if it's appropriate, if you get my drift. So that's interesting. So we'll just have a look at what animal totem spirit guide message that you need today, Taurians. So Taurus, what do you need to know on the 10th of July? 10th of July. 10th of July. So the aspects are quite important today for you guys, which is very interesting, I find. Oh, rhinoceros. Be strong and courageous. Strong and courageous. If you see in this particular card, it's very yin-yangy. So the balance between... Oh, and also, if you really want to go in depth, a rhinoceros horn is meant to be an aphrodisiac. And you have got the King of Summer and the Queen of Summer, so together we can make your own mind up about that. But the inner power, and you can see here with this particular card, it's got the tree of life. So the power is in family. So the family of releasing what has been in the past is kind of really important here, to be able to spring into the newness, if you get my drift. But there's an aspect here, again, there's a whole very male energy. You can see this with the yin yang aspect, and there is an expansion of a higher consciousness, but also being grounded. And this is the power in itself, to really be able to tap into that, but using the female side to tap into what you really want. So looking at your heart's desire, but having released what's been in your childhood that's been a little bit painful perhaps for some of you, or in actually past lifetimes. So do you ever get the feeling that you actually know on a higher level what your life lesson for this time is, if you believe in lifetimes and whatnot? Some people get a sense of that and some people don't. But for a lot of you, there is something to release from that aspect. Do you agree? So thank you for listening, and do have a lovely day, and lots of love to you, and hopefully we'll see you again soon. Take care. Lots of love.